Governor Gboyega Oyetola of Osun State has been declared winner of the fractious All Progressives Congress governorship primary, which was marred by violence and the death of a party member who was hit by a stray bullet. Oyetola, who is seeking re-election, scored 222,169 votes to defeat his closest rival, Moshood Adeoti, a former secretary to the state government and the preferred candidate of the Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, who scored 12,921 votes. The governor was victorious in all 30 local government areas of the state in the primary held on Saturday. He also defeated Lasun Yusuff, a former deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, who scored 460 votes. However, Adeoti rejected the results of the primary and vowed to head to court to challenge what he described as the pyrrhic victory won by Oyetola. Now joining us from Osogbo, the Osun State capital, to discuss the APC governorship primary and the expected fallout are the State Commissioner for Information and the surrogate of the governor, Funke Egbemode, and the legal secretary of the Osun Progressives, Kolapo Alimi. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Egbemode and Mr. Alimi, and good morning.
Good morning, and it's good to be here.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Doc. Good morning.
Yes, Madam President.
Uncle, good morning.
It's good to see you. Kolapo Alimi, also very good to see you. But let me start with you, Funke Egbemode, where I call her Madam President because she was president of the Nigerian Guild of Editors.
I'm aware.
Okay, let me start with you. So what is the mood in the Oyetola camp, your principal's camp? Over 200,000 votes. His major challenger got just about 12,000 votes. And even the main other challenger, the former governor, we were told that he lost in his ward. So is the mood one of triumphalism that Governor Gboyega Oyetola has been able to show his former boss who owns the land, which was a phrase that someone used when we started tracking the Osun State debacle?
Well, we are very happy. We are particularly happy, not just at the margin, which is fantastic margin, which shows where the people of Osun, where the APC in Osun is, who they are with. But we are particularly happy that the predicted violence, the projected violence did not come to pass. That everything went well is why we are happy. And how can you not be happy? How can you not celebrate when your principal gets 222,000 and the runner-up got 12,000 and the former deputy speaker got 460? We're just in a celebratory mood. But it's also a sober moment for us because we need to rebuild all the little cracks that we have seen. But we're happy.
Well, of course, it was also reported that one person lost their life, so that is also sobering. So my question is for you now, Mr. Alimi. It's been widely reported that the results of the primaries are going to be contested by Moshood Adeoti. On what basis?
Well, thank you very much. And the Honorable Commissioner, I greet the anchors.
Yes.
I greet our viewers at home. We are going to contest it. That is the truth. But it is a sad moment for our democracy. When in Nigeria, I said it the other time that it's like in this country, we just love to deceive ourselves. When in Nigeria, we are modern democracy, we are modern internal democracy, and we are rejoicing. First and foremost, this is the first time a sitting governor will be doing his primary in an atmosphere of tension. When Baba Kande was there, nobody knew when the party had the primary. It was the celebration galore, and nobody challenging because he has the great wisdom to coordinate the people. When Aregbesola was to go for second term, it was Malam El-Rufai that came to conduct the primary. It was celebration galore. Nobody challenged him, and there was no tension. And so this time around, anybody who has been monitoring Osun political development will know that there was a lot of tensions. Just like we said, our governor, on getting to power, started the politics of segregation. He want to annihilate his former principal, under whom he served as chief of staff. Now, coming back to what happened on Saturday, you know, if you monitor the stakeholder meeting, wherein it was raised that Alhaji Adeoti said he should be given guideline, the registers should be made available, and Edalowo Adebiyi said, what about those that will conduct the primary? Since we have two factions, how are you going to do it? Then they said, well, they have been given the list in Abuja, and that's what they are going to follow. And when you now check the list of those that was to conduct the election in each was, they are the Governor Oyetola loyalists. And you know, we have raised objection in the first instance that it is not good for Governor Oyetola, who is actually participating in an election to be organized by caretaker management committee, and for him to still be a member of that committee and remain there. But he refused. And so everything you see, the result you are hearing, they are concocted figures. Look at it. Alhaji Moshood Adeoti was scored 0 in his ward. Alhaji Moshood Adeoti, go and check. You can ask them to publish the results word by word. In Alhaji Moshood Adeoti's ward, he scored him 0 in his ward. In Dr. Najim's ward, they gave Alhaji Moshood Adeoti 30. In one of the wards in my town, they scored Alhaji Moshood Adeoti 0. They didn't come to the polling unit, to the ward collation center where the election took place with any resource sheet, and there was no accreditation in majority of the wards. Where they are accreditation, you will see. Just check from your reporters and from other reporters and independent accredited monitors. Check what happened. Most of the people could not find their names on the register. Now coming back to the real election, wherein they had a 200, because they didn't come with resources to the polling units, to the ward. They went to their hiding out to concord figure. Let me tell you one thing. Look at what happened in Anambra. Our party scored 230,000 plus. But during the election, the actual voters with our parties, our party scored 40-something thousand. In 2018, 120-something thousand. That was when we conducted re-primary. That was when what Alhaji Gboyega had. But look at it. I'm just giving you the hint of the evil of direct primary, especially the manipulation. When we had in 2019 direct primary for President Muhammadu Buhari in Osun alone, we have about 340-something thousand. But during the election, we had about 200,000 plus. So this time around, the figure you are hearing, how on earth will somebody said Alhaji Adeoti will now have 12,000? They are not even intelligent about doing it intelligently. If at all you want to read, you make it real. At least what you want to achieve is that you want to win the primary. So people are waiting for them in July. But the real issue now is that, look at it, a situation, can we really agree as a party in APC for a PDP governor now, serving PDP governor, to be made the INEC chairman, then for the PDP officers to be made the people to conduct the primary, for them to go to various polling stations without a result sheet, and accreditation not done. And then, if the result is now out and PDP wins, will APC accept that? Anybody who condemn that will equally condemn this. You can ask journalists on ground in my own local government. Out of the 5 towns in my ward, as at 10 a.m., they have concluded a voting. And I recorded the video. I told you this is to 11. In Ward 10, election has been concluded. Because despite the objection of our people, they still went on because they are the authority. Now, in Ward 7, election has been concluded. In Ward 11, because our people refused that is not fair. That was the reason they now recorded 0 for them. And they recorded over 400 for Alhaji Oyetola. It's like somebody, I told you the other time, it's like somebody that has planted, you will say you have planted 100 yams. And you are telling the whole world that you have planted 200. After finishing eating the 100 yam, you will hit your another 100 first yams. So what they are celebrating is quite unfortunate that we have a governor that is today trying to manipulate everything. We told you from the beginning that the manipulation is so open. How could you be a judge in your own case? If he had resigned and allowed those that will conduct the primary to be mixed together, and he now has this figure to say, yes, you went ahead to concord the figure and you are celebrating. And I want the whole world to take notes now. And people should quote me. If Alhaji Gboyega is able to score 200,000 votes in the election, just call me bastard. Go and write it down now today, and your word is hearing me. So that you will know, apart from the fact that the people of Osun today do not like this man again. And he's just trying to manipulate the entire process because, like we told you, he's using his position as a member of a caretaker management committee in Abuja to manipulate the entire process. And what is all this? So, for us,
Kolapo,
to challenge it. That is it.
Kolapo Alimi, you know you were on this same program sometime last week. And
yes,
we had tried to attempt some form of scenario building. What's next for your principal, Comrade Rauf Aregbesola? I mean, you are not new to politics. You know how the game is played. It's better you win and allow your opponent to go about complaining. And then you can go on appeal if he likes. But what the Oyetola group, the Ileri Oluwa group has been able to prove is that Aregbesola is alienated from the current mainstream in Osun State. What's next for him? And I'm sure I asked you that question the other time. Is he going to do anti-party beyond the appeal if he doesn't succeed? Or is he going to move to another party now that there's this talk about a likely third force coming up? Or is he going to seek reconciliation with his former staff, who appears to have used a better strategy to upstage him in the party primary?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. First and foremost, as I said on that very day, if you recollect, I told you it's not about Aregbesola. It's about the people of Osun. It's about our party members. Aregbesola today is a minister. You understand it? It's not about him. Actually, the chief of staff is trying to outplay him. He's trying to annihilate him politically. He's trying to excommunicate him. That is not new, but he will outsmart himself at the end of the day. As per who are agreed, they are the party members. Alhaji Moshood Adeoti is the candidate on the ballot. He will sue this case to logical conclusion. There and then, we leave the judgment to the people of Osun. It is the people of Osun that will determine who govern them. You say how smart. The issue is that that very day, I told you, go and check the clip, that we know that it is very, very easy for him to manipulate because he's a member of caretaker management committee. We know, it's not, this result should not be a surprise to anybody who has been following the development in this state and who has been following our arguments that this man is a member of caretaker management committee, and the caretaker management committee will be the one to conduct the primary, roll out the guideline, set up the primary election committee, conduct the primary. They will be the one to receive the result. The election appeal committee will be set up tomorrow. They are the one that will set it up. So we understand that one very well, that in that kind of situation, there is no way you can match him. But where it will be matched man to man is with the people. It's not about Aregbe. Whether you like it, Aregbe is one of the landlords of APC. He contributed immensely to the formation of APC. He has served 2 times as governor. He worked out tireless way to make sure Alhaji Gboyega succeeded him. So whatever anybody might be saying or doing now, posterity will judge them at the appropriate time. They will not be there forever. And people are not fool. People are watching. And at the end of the day, people of Osun will speak loud and clear. And I said it, and I want to be quoted again, that peradventure, if our party decide to produce Alhaji Gboyega as our candidate, and he loses at the election, nobody should blame Aregbesola, because that is the most likely thing to happen. All this manipulation cannot occur for INEC. It is not going to be Oyetola's boy that will serve as a presiding officer. Oyetola boys will not be the one to set up the body. It is the INEC. And Oyetola people will be able to write the result as they wrote it last Saturday. And
Right,
so
Mr.
they are
Alimi, if
just
I could
deceiving
come in here.
themselves.
I'd like your response, Mrs. Egbemode, to what Mr. Alimi just said. Quite an ominous warning there of perhaps PDP exploiting this, tension between the Osun progressives and the Iliri-Oluwa group. And also, I'd like your comments on the fact that Governor Oyetola seemed magnanimous in victory and offered an olive branch to those who have certain grievances. Reconciliation is always possible, but what concrete steps are being taken to effect that reconciliation?
Thank you very much. And I've just been chuckling here because there's absolutely no need for all these accusations. The governor won, defeated everybody hands down. How can you say they went and concocted results? I was happy that all the major TV stations, broadcast people were in Osun for this. And your cameras were here. Direct primaries are sweet. They are super because you can count people. Those women, the young people, everybody wants to cast their votes and to be counted. How do you say that the figures were concocted? Did we also bring those people from Mali or from the Republic of Benin or from Togo? But we understand that when you beat a child, the child must cry. You cannot beat a child and still say the child can't cry. We understand they are in pain. We understand that they're smarting. But my governor has said that they can come home. Let us come back into the party because this governor is who the people want. This is the governor that is doing their will. This is the governor fulfilling his mandate. This is the governor who promised them and is fulfilling, is listening to them. No drama, no air. He was magnanimous in victory. He has extended the olive branch. Why would people who say they are honest and we can trust them with the party, with the fate of the party, be comparing a few members of a group to opposition? Why are they predicting failure in the house that they helped build? Because by Salimi just said now that the former governor and the Minister of Interior was part of the building, part of putting the APC together. Why are they doing everything? At every turn, you find them talking about how Oyetola will lose. Please, how exactly are the people who are unhappy going to gain anything by Oyetola losing? I mean, you just don't cut your nose to spite your face.
Commissioner for Information.
Yes.
Okay, we have just a few minutes to go, but very quickly. Comrade Aregbesola specifically accused your principal of being treacherous. He was chief of staff to him, and he claims that instead of continuing with some of the programs of the administration, he has done everything so far to discredit him, and that he thinks that that's really treacherous, and he enjoys the support of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is there any chance for any reconciliation between former boss and present?
Can I talk about this peddling of treachery and all of that? How is it treacherous that this was the only state that had a separate education policy, different from the entire 36 states? How is it treacherous that we got a governor who decided that boys should not carry the O-level certificates of girls? I went to Baptist Girls High School, Oshogbo, and there are Matthews out there carrying the certificate of my school. And the governor came and decided that what needs to be done should be done. Return the schools, our heritage, the names of the schools back to us. How is it treacherous that a governor comes and listens to the people as opposed to the one who did not listen? You cannot sit in the conference of the government house and decide what the people want. Ask them what the people want. The people told Governor Oyetola what they wanted, and that's what he's doing. What legacy did we upturn? There are roads, there are bridges in Osun, in Osogbo called Onobaba Ono. Did we demolish them? Did we bring them down? What is good is good. What is bad, the people rejected and we followed them. And we have extended the olive branch. TOP is not a party. TOP is just a group of people within the party. And that's all they are going to be. We want them to come home, not pull down the roof on the house they have built. It is a shame that we play politics like this. If political office is about the people, then the people must come first, not selfish ambition, not the desires of some people to occupy certain offices. The numbers were there. 222,000 to 12,000. It's not what you wish away. Can we just get down from the stock truck, this vehicle that they are in that has no wheels? Can they just come home and join the train that is moving out of the station? Let's build the party together. Doc, you were part of government before. You know how memos are written. You cannot be a leader and be a governor, be the head of a government, and say and pass the buck of the liabilities to your chief of staff. The buck stops on the table of the leader. Leadership is about taking responsibility. But we must come together and build this house. Okay. The register was handed to Apc Adeoti. He saw that he picked the one that was for the ward of former Governor Aregbesola. He saw it. How can you say they concocted it? Those people worked till the early hours of Sunday.
Commissioner Egbemode.
Right. Let's not let bitterness mess up everything.
Commissioner Egbemode.
The Governor Oyetola will win, and I'll be back on that.
Well, Commissioner Egbemode, Commissioner for Information, Osun State, thank you very much. Kolapo Alimi of the Osun Progressives, thank you also very much. We can only say to both of you, your principals and all the stakeholders in Osun State, that it shall be well with Osun State.